Does that mean an error occurs? We're going live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. I am your host for today's live stream. My name, of course, is Connor from Crypto Empire. You all should be very familiar with me by this point in time. Anyways, welcome to the live stream, everybody. Thank you all for being here, taking some time out of your Sunday to spend some time with me, about an hour, to go over the crypto markets and prepare for this next week. We've been range bound for 31 days now on Bitcoin, on Ethereum. Nothing is happening. It is boring, but this is the calm before the storm, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time to be paying attention and getting everything prepared for the bull market, because for all we know, it could have already started and we're already in that new uptrend. I think we already bottomed out. As I have said numerous times this year on the channel, the bottom happened in late December, early January. But anyways, let's get right into the stream and go over the market. So, shout out to Dre, shout out to Moonshine, shout out to Ladgerdoodle, shout out to David W saying, what up, doe? We got Position of Power 100 in here. What's up, Position of Power? Saying November 8th. What's happening on November 8th? Let us know in the live chat. And we also have Expendable Youth saying, hi, Connor. What's up, everybody? What's going on, Expendable Youth? Good to have you here in the live stream, live chat. So as it stands right now, the market has been completely flat all weekend long. There have been a few altcoins that have started to move this weekend, and I will be going over what those are. As you see, Bitcoin trading for $30,000. We have Ethereum trading for $18.80, and Litecoin at 92 right now. We have the Litecoin halving in 9 days and 21 hours. So right around the corner, a little over 1 week away from the Litecoin halving, estimated to happen on August 2nd. Now I want to spend some time in the stream going over the previous Litecoin halving cycles and the difference between this time around, because this time around is different. The cycle for the Litecoin halving does not look the same right now as it has in the past. And this isn't some kind of crazy drastic thing. In crypto, you need to have an open mind, and you need to be able to adapt to new situations and new information. And you cannot let that hinder you, because it doesn't look the exact same as what happened 4 years ago. You cannot let that hinder you and prevent you from taking action. All right, so we will spend some time talking about that, and also the Bitcoin halving, 268 days away as well. So less than 1 year, April 17th is estimated to be the Bitcoin halving in 2024. And as we know, after that next Bitcoin halving, that is typically based off all of the previous 4-year cycles when we see the huge bull market. But this time could be different. All right, there have been several theories floated around from credible people out there. Funny enough, or ironically enough, one guy on Twitter, his name is Credible Crypto, he has a theory that Bitcoin will make a new all-time high this year in 2023. And if you go to his profile, look him up, you can see it for yourself. But, he makes some good points with that valid argument. So you cannot just be closed-minded and expect everything to happen as it has in the past, because the world is changing, as you know, at a very rapid pace, and nothing is the same as what it was, all right? So if you are stuck in that fixed mindset, I will give you one piece of advice, and that is to adapt, right? A sign of intelligence is to change your beliefs based off of new information presented to oneself. So you need to be able to adapt and change your beliefs and be flexible to make as much money as possible in this market. Now, if we look at the gainers and losers on the day, we have a bunch of low caps pumping. Unibot, the new hot one in terms of meme coins or on-chain casino coins, currently has a market cap of $139 million. If we look at the 30-day chart here, on June 24th, this thing was trading for $30. Now it's trading at $139. Anyways, a lot of meme coins are popping right now, and the Telegram bot, trading bots that allow you to buy things very quickly on chain are a popular narrative right now. Unibot up 46%, Origin Protocol up 68%. Really, the only coins pumping on this Sunday are small coins, right? Nothing big, nothing well known is really performing at the moment. And then if you look at the losers, again, just more low caps, all right? So the majors, the mid caps are not doing anything right now. It's really just the risky, high beta asset plays that are moving, which is to be expected from the crypto market. That shouldn't surprise anybody, right? By the way, guys, if you're just tuning in right now, welcome to the live stream. Be sure to smash that like button on your way in. It greatly helps out the algorithm for the channel here and helps spread the word out to more people. So I appreciate that. Smash that like button. Let's see. We got Michael DJI Manor saying, welcome back, Connor. Hope you're doing marvelously well on all of your trades for sure, Michael. Yeah, we positioned ourselves in the Discord in some coins this week, and we've had a lot of success recently in terms of meme trading. Been absolutely crushing it on chain, and I will continue to do that because we're going to look at Bitcoin in a second. But if we look at Bitcoin here, I already have the date and time measurement up, but 31 days now of going completely sideways. All right, there's really nothing crazy happening in this market, and I don't prefer to trade in this choppy range-bound market environment. So I've been spending a lot of time on the memes, and we have caught some huge wins, and we will continue to do so. But anyways, Michael, good to see you here. We also got Jazzy saying, good to see you, legend. Let's get it, Jazzy. Good to see you as well. Always a good thing to have you here in the live chat. And let's see, Adrian Kent, what's up, Adrian? We got Reverend Flashback as well saying, hi, Connor, how are you? Good to see you. What's going on? Dionyse, we will be looking at altcoins in just a moment. We got KB with us too. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Appreciate you all being here. Appreciate you all commenting in the chat. Let's move on to our Bitcoin technical analysis at the current moment in time. And let's pick the energy up a little bit. Smash up that like button. Let's get excited. Let's get hyped up. We got a lot to talk about right now. And I guarantee you that this information will provide a lot of value to you if you watch it until the end. So be sure to do just that. And of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel, smash that subscribe button right now and turn on all bell notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Now, if we look at the Bitcoin chart, as I just said, 31 days we've been range bound, going sideways. We have our highs up here, $31,844. We have the lows down here, $29,455. Now, we have been playing inside of the Monday range all week long. If I drop this to a 1 hour time frame and we look at this, we have not touched the bottom of the range, which is at $29,455. We came very close to it on Tuesday of this week, right, where we deviated the Monday low. We then ran the Monday high, again deviated back to the Monday low. Once again, double bottomed on the Monday low, hit the Monday high, and we're back in the range now. So this is just ping pong, as you can see, between the Monday high up here and the Monday low down here. If you guys want to learn how to trade like this, if you want to learn how to trade inside of this range, go watch a video I made on it. Go to my channel, it's here, the Monday range trading strategy. Get yourself familiarized with that trading strategy so that you can capture these scalp moves if you do want to do so on your own. But yeah, Bitcoin very boring right now. There's really nothing to talk about. Nothing has changed since last Sunday's live stream. And also my stance on the market has not changed in the sense that I'm a bull and I'm expecting the market to rip and pump out of this. Albeit I wouldn't be surprised if it did pull back, because I understand that we are rapidly approaching this next halving. If we haven't, I think Bitcoin already bottomed out. Altcoins, maybe they could drop lower, but I personally don't think they do. But right now we are at the bottom zones of the bear market, so I understand that if we just position ourselves in these bottom zones, then we're going to be able to make a killing when the bull market rolls around by just sitting on our hands and being patient. All right, this is just the accumulation of altcoins that you are bullish on for the next cycle. It's a very, very simple approach, and it's kind of so easy that a caveman can do it type of approach to the crypto market. But if you understand that the worst is past us in the bear market and the new trajectory, the new momentum is up right now, we just have to accumulate the assets that we think will do well and wait until that bull market does come around and then sell them at way higher prices, 10x multiples plus. So yeah, I'm a bull. I'm a hardcore crypto bull right now. I said back in January that the bottom was in for Bitcoin, and my stance has not changed at this current moment in time. But We have to get through these boring, dry periods in the market, right? We had one over here from April up until June, boring, dry period. This was a bull flag. We broke out upwards. Now we're just going completely sideways. This was a descending consolidation. Now we have a straight, flat, horizontal, sideways consolidation, not in any direction, up or down. All right, this is just a straight sideways consolidation. So what's going to happen from here? I mean, the zone or the range is holding very well. All right, so the range, expect the range to hold well until it doesn't. Okay, so that means that if we come down here and we sweep the bottom end of the range at 29,455, I would say to treat it like a deviation. Treat it like all the other, sweeps of the lows, and there's a good possibility that it will sweep it and then just go right back in it. Really same goes for the high. In terms of what I'd like to see now, if I was to take any position early to start this week, I would look for a short. Again, just as the market double tapped the Monday low over here and then ran the high, I would look for the market before it runs the low to double tap the high again for a double top and then go to the low, all right? So I would be looking to short somewhere around 30,250, somewhere up here. I'd look for a short and just take it down to the Monday low. But this is small or short-term trading here. In terms of the bigger picture, again, if we zoom this out, we're in this dead flat consolidation, okay? So if we do pull back, maybe we hit 27.7K, or maybe we hit 26K or 25K. Then what? Guess what? This is what's going to happen after that, okay? So don't get shaken out on a little move down. In the grand scheme of things, it's absolutely nothing. No matter what ends up being the bottom, maybe we break down from this consolidation. No matter what level ends up being the bottom here, it doesn't really matter, because if my theory or my stance on the market, my analysis is correct, we're going to touch down here in a pullback and then we're going to start blasting off. Maybe there's going to be more boring sideways periods for weeks and months at a time in between the blast off, but you get the point. The momentum is up right now, okay? So if we drop lower, use that opportunity to buy your altcoins lower, to buy Bitcoin lower, to buy Ethereum lower. Don't get scared right now. Now is the time to bring out the big brass balls. All right, you need balls to make money trading. That should be well understood by everybody that is in crypto. If you don't have any guts, any cojones, you're probably not going to do well here, because you need to take a risk. If you're scared to take risks, you're going to lose the opportunity. Take the risk or lose the chance. All right, so you guys should all understand what I'm trying to say here. The time to be a scaredy cat little bear thinking that we're going to go lower and we're going to go to 10K, that's well behind us. That time is past. It's time to get after it and be a bull. Wave the red shirt and charge forward, all right? So we dip, you buy. It's as simple as that on BTC. Now, obviously, the money to be made is really in altcoins. And what leads altcoins? Ethereum leads the altcoins. What do we need to see for altcoins to pump? We need to see Ethereum start to outperform Bitcoin. Has Ethereum been outperforming Bitcoin the past few weeks? Well, we can look at the daily price chart and we can see that no, it absolutely has not been outperforming Bitcoin the past 2 weeks. Because from over here, the start of June, it's down 11% versus Bitcoin. All right, so unless ETH versus BTC starts to pump, well, then you're not going to see your altcoins start to pump either. But there is a positive side to what I'm saying right now. CRO, we'll talk about monkeys and other meme coins in a little bit, my friend. Just want to go over this main market section of the live stream first. Anyways, in order for altcoins to pump, we need ETH to outperform Bitcoin, okay? And it has not been outperforming Bitcoin, but like I said, there is a positive to this, and the positive is that it's getting crushed by Bitcoin right now, and so are most altcoins. And now think about this logically for a second. When do you want to be a buyer of an asset? Do you want to buy something after it's already ripped and pumped versus Bitcoin? Or do you want to buy something when it's being crushed versus Bitcoin? When everybody is not paying attention to it, when everybody is overlooking it, when everybody is looking at the shiny new meme coin called Hamster and then gets rug pulled. Here's monkeys, we'll talk about it in a second. But Hamster, this stupid coin was the talk of crypto Twitter for like 2 days, and basically it just... the people that made the coin, I guess, decided to sell it. It's down 80% now. People, their hopes and dreams get crushed because they have the shiny object syndrome, and they buy it up here, and now it's down 80%. right? This is what people are spending their time and attention on, rather than looking at this data, some simple data to really interpret here, which is the ETH BTC chart, and just understanding that ETH is, this orange zone down here is on my chart for a reason. It's a demand zone, right? So we understand that everything is basically on sale right now. If we're not at the bottom on altcoins, if we're not in the bottom zones, we're very close to it. Maybe it drops to another bottom zone, and then we just simply buy it when it drops lower instead of panic selling in that bottom zone. All right, so ETH versus BTC, unless this starts to pump, you're not going to see the altcoins rip, but it's in a demand zone right now. If I pull up our RSI on screen, you can see that we do, actually, there's actually no divergence on this chart. Get rid of this line. But yeah, I would still classify this as a double bottom personally, right? We deviated from the level, we reclaimed it. We want to see it continue to hold above this level. And, you know, then we start pushing towards this trend line up here. Once we break this trend line, that's when you're going to see the altcoins start to have some crazy face-ripping pumps. But until then, it's just going to give you more time to accumulate at lower prices, very simply put. Now, one more thing while we're talking about altcoins and pumps. We need to understand what's happening on the Bitcoin dominance chart. And Bitcoin dominance flat at 50%. All right, this range here over the past week is a great indication of what's happened in the market this past week, and that's essentially absolutely nothing. Okay, straight flat range bound. We'll see what happens here with Bitcoin dominance. Of course, we want it to drop for alts to come lower, even if it just comes back down here to 47%. That's a ton of room for altcoins to start pumping. You know, if we do pump higher, we want to retest this higher supply area on the chart. We pump up into here, altcoins will probably drop lower, giving us more time to buy them lower. But again, like I said, now is not the time to be a scaredy cat little bear. Now's the time to be a big bull. And take the opportunities, do the work now, buy the dips, and you're going to do really well for yourself over the next few years. It's not rocket science. KB saying, I learn a lot on this channel. Moonshine says, same here, KB. I appreciate that, guys. I'm glad you learn a lot. You know, you guys could go follow all the clowns on TikTok and Twitter that just post one rug pull after another about meme coins. You know, I'm going to stay true to why I started this channel. If you go to the About section on the channel, you can learn a little bit why I started it, right? There's just too much garbage out there. So I do things my way. I explain things my way. And I try to make things as easy to understand as possible for everybody so they can learn and they can become their own asset. I want to teach you how to fish. I don't want to give you the fish. So I appreciate you guys saying that. Anyways, that's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin dominance. ETH is really the same as BTC, where it's just range bound, flat, choppy, not doing anything. All right, so we'll see what happens this upcoming week. Maybe we end up sweeping the lows that I've been talking about for weeks now. Untapped liquidity down here, 1814. We also have a ton of liquidity down here at 1781 and 1760. It's been untapped for weeks. So if we do drop to these levels, I would be looking for longs and looking to long those back up to the year high supply zone, the 2023 high supply zone up here at 2150. Let's see, we got Denise saying, most underrated channel. Why is this channel not at 100K subs? You got to ask the YouTube algorithm gods about that one. Really, you do have to ask them, because I don't have the answer for you. I don't. You know, I can make my 1 hour long educational videos, you know, basically a course, and it gets 670 views. Whatever. I mean, I'm just going to keep on doing it. But yeah, you got to ask the YouTube algorithm gods that question, because I do not have an answer for you. All right, let's look at some altcoins. Somebody asked about Sui earlier, so we'll look at Sui first. Who asked that? I don't know who asked it, but we're gonna look at Sui. So Sui, 68 cents right now, is it? 67 cents. All right, so Sui's starting to lose some structure. I say that because it broke this trend line here on the daily time frame. All right, not a great look here, where you sweep this supply zone, You come down to the trend line, you break, you bounce. So it's looking like SUI wants to come back down here towards 63, which is fine. That should not be an issue because SUI is going to be trading at over $1 again. Maybe it will take a few weeks, maybe it will take a month or two, but before we know it, we're going to look at these prices and we're going to see SUI trading up here over $1 again. Okay, so if it comes down here and it sweeps this level over here at 63 cents, you probably should be a buyer down there. You know, you probably shouldn't get scared. I like 63 cents. Definitely a lot down there, but really anywhere between 65 and 63 are going to be the levels here to buy SUI. But yeah, it just broke this daily trend line. Let's go to the 12-hour time frame. You can see it a little bit better here. Breakdown, retest, breakdown again. Now we want to see it essentially, yeah, perfectly fill this gap. So now you want to see it break this weekly open and then head down here. Who knows what's going to happen as we start the week? This could become invalidated very quickly if the market just wants to pump to start the week. And the weekly close is now in 48 minutes, so that's right around the corner, literally. But yeah, SUI, this, in my opinion, is the bottom zone. Right, we're on the 12-hour time frame, and we have the one bottom, we have the double bottom. Real quick, just so you guys can get a visual. This is what people call this nowadays. They call it the Adam and Eve. This website looks like it's from the 90s. Let's find a different website. Something like this. Right, you get the sharp bottom, then you get the nice rounded bottom, and we have exactly that. Nice and sharp here. Nice and rounded here. This is, I've called it a double bottom for years. I just learned it was called an Adam and Eve, like, I don't know, this year. But it's a double bottom on SUI. Anywhere between 65 and 63 cents, probably going to be good buys. Again, this thing will be up over $1 in no time at all. When it comes to, you know, pinpoint exact entries for leverage trades, you're either going to want to take that on a sweep of this Monday low or a sweep of this previous week low. All right, so that's either going to be at 66.5 cents or 62.7 cents. Now, that's SUI. And Joe, Denise was asking about Trader Joe. That's the DEX on Avalanche, if anybody doesn't know. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame here. And Joe is giving us the visual of what I was talking about on SUI there. Where a sweep of that previous week low. Right, I just outlined this on SUI. Joe just did exactly that. See how it comes down, it sweeps the level and then starts to pump out of it? That's a sweep, all right? That's why I said you want to take the pinpoint entry at that exact level. This is a good example of why on Joe here, of exactly what I just said about SUI. And if you look at this, using this zone, notice how it's using exactly the proximal line of this demand zone as support. That shouldn't surprise anybody that's watched the supply and demand videos and understands that strategy. We just got a $5 super chat from our guy Moonshine. Thank you, Moonshine. Saying, can we look at SYN? Looks like it might break to the upside. For sure, we'll look at SYN right now. But Trader Joe, look, it's either gonna hold this previous week low, or if it's super weak, it's gonna come back down here towards 29.30 cents. But this sweep is for sure bullish. Okay, so you want to see it reclaim the Monday range and push higher. Optimal entry is already passed. You want that pinpoint entry. Still not too late. Let's see this on the daily real quick. Then we're going to look at SYN Moonshine. Main thing to be watching here on this chart would be this trend line on the daily time frame for Trader Joe. Wait until it breaks, and then you can buy the retest well below the yearly open at 53 cents. I don't like this coin in particular, Trader Joe. I don't like the Avalanche blockchain, so I'm not going to touch it. But yeah, this is your main trend line to be watching out for. Now let's look at Synapse, SYN. I made a video on it this past week. This one here, Synapse. And nothing has changed really from the time that I made that video, other than the price, kind of dropping slightly. It is now at 69 cents. So yeah, I mean, this thing, if we look at the yearly open from January back here, was at 50 cents. The yearly open back here. And all we did was just draw an uptrend line, and the uptrend line will come back into effect at around 62 cents. And like I said, that's your support level to be a big buyer on Synapse. I like that a lot at 62 cents. If it does end up coming to the yearly open at 50 cents, just take the accumulation approach and buy more. Because this thing, again, is going to be trading for well over $1. It's already been to $1.80 this year. Last year, $4.50. So a lot of ground to make up here in SYN. This is a new coin. It has utility. It's a cross-chain bridge. Solid fundamentals. It's got all the big VCs. They have vested tokens, so they have an interest to see its token price perform well, so that they can make more money when they go to get their tokens unvested. So it's got a lot going for it in terms of the fundamentals and the technicals. 62 cents is where you want to be the big buyer on the chart, but accumulating anywhere around this range and then waiting for 150, 180, etc., you're going to be able to make some gains from this one. Synapse, trust the process on it. We just got another super chat. Thank you, KB. KB with a $5 super chat saying, thoughts on LYX price action with the new listing? Will early investors dump, or is it up from here? Good question, KB. But yeah, Synapse, to wrap it up for you, Moonshine, it's still in consolidation. This move was just a deviation back into the range, like all these previous breakouts above 75 cents. Until it can break out above 75 cents and hold it as support, it's not going to actually start to pump. So that's what you want to look out for. But yeah, this one's going to be a money maker. So you just have to be patient with it. And on the lower time frames here, holding the monthly open as support. Yeah, I still think it can drop down here to 62, so I would wait for that. Let's look at LYX. Luxo. So LYX very recently allowed for their token to be bridged from the Ethereum blockchain to the Luxo LYX Layer 1 blockchain. Still trading under LYXE. As you see, it says old. That's because that bridge just happened a few weeks ago. So this thing trading for $7 and how many cents? Let's see if we can get the KuCoin chart up here. No, we can't. We're just going to use this coin market cap chart. So is now the time to be buying LYXE? Yes, I do think it is the time to be buying LYXE or LYX. Yearly open was down here at 680, currently at 790. And also we're sitting right on this support level too right now. All right, this is a big support level. It has held this year every time we've come near it. And this support level is right at $7.75 approximately. Big support resistance flip. Many examples to point to that. So yeah, like I said, for the accumulation approach, You buy it on support. It's on support. If it drops to a lower support level, you don't get scared and turn into a chicken and sell your coins. You hold on to them, and then you add more at the lower level. And then by the time the bull market comes around and LYX is trading for $100, $200 plus, you're up 20x, 25x, and you can go buy yourself a yacht. So is the time to buy LYX now? Yes, it certainly is. I've bought quite a nice amount of this stuff, lower than $10, and $7.91 below $8 is a good entry, 100%. Now I have conviction. I've done a ton of research on this project, on LYX, on Luxo, and I have my personal conviction. I truly feel that it's going to crush it in the bull market. So I don't mind holding it for 1 or 2 years for it to crush. You, on the other hand, you watching this right now, whoever you are, wherever you are in the world, people of Earth, if you don't have that same conviction and this thing drops to $5 and you're going to panic sell, well, then you shouldn't buy it, okay? You need to have the conviction yourself. You cannot rely on what I feel in my sells because it's going to be completely different from what you feel. So, yeah, conviction is everything in this game, especially having experience with previous crypto market cycles. You can internalize that the worst has already passed us and the bull market is coming. So yeah, $7.91, great price to buy LYX. Thank you for the super chat, KB. And let's see, Pulse, Trump coin on Pulse chain says, Sui, Arb, or Pulse, which layer 1 do you think has the most bullish chart? So without even looking, I'm going to say Arbitrum. Sui looks pretty good, but Arbitrum, I would say, is holding the strongest, and it has the most bullish fundamentals as well compared to all these other ones. Arby. Now, I've shared the Arbitrum game plan. I first shared it in my Discord. I've also shared it here on YouTube. It's not rocket science, folks. It's really not rocket science at all. You see the buy levels here. What do you do at a buy level? Use your imagination. You buy the coin. What do you do at the sell level? You sell the coin. All right, what are the sell levels? 150, 180, $2, etc. ARB's going to go even higher, but yeah, Arbitrum, out of those three you mentioned, I like it the best. And it's still holding strong, right? This is the previous range high over here, $1.23. Notice how it's still holding this as support. It broke out above it. It's holding it as support. And objectively speaking, we can call this the descending wedge. We can call it a bull flag. Call it whatever you want. Just know it's a bullish consolidation structure. And I really like how it's holding this previous range high as support. You want to see it continue to hold and then break out of that. Everything looks good on the Arbitrum chart from my lens, from my eyes. Let's see, Moonshine, Rocket Pool is a good buy. Yeah, a lot of Rocket Pool. Or, let me see, Rock Pool. What is Rock Pool? I don't know what Rock Pool is, Moonshine. Let's see, KB says, great alpha, Connor. Thanks, brother. Bullish on this one. Good to hear that. KB started buying at $2 a couple of years ago, long-term believer. There you go. So you have your own conviction, which is a great thing. You've been sticking with it for years. You were early at $2, and guess what? You're gonna be the one up 100x when it hits 200. So good for you on that. See, Michael says, thank you, Connor, for educating us each and every other day, grooming us from boys into men and from men into profitable investors/traders. We really appreciate you. Keep up the good work and never look back. Thank you, Michael. You have been nothing but a beacon of support always on this channel. Just continued support. So I really appreciate everything you have to say, my friend. Thank you very much. Saw ADK says, I'm late. Well, welcome to the party, man. Better late than never, as Dre said. Let's see. Sand chart looks good. Can you please look at it? What are you drinking? We got some sparkling water, pomegranate, or this is grapefruit flavor, actually. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Pamplemousse. Yeah, LaCroix, sparkling water. Let's look at sand. We're going to be looking at memes after sand. I haven't looked at monkeys yet for my guy CRO. CRO, you still there? We'll look at monkeys in a second. So sand breaking out above the range high right now. Be careful. Yeah, it's not looking great. It's really not looking great at all. But it could be the breakout. It could very well be. What you don't want to see is this trend line fold. Basically already did break and fold, but it's now just been reclaimed. But the reason I say it's not looking great is just based off of the Monday high strategy. Now this weekly candle is going to close in 34 minutes, 33 minutes. So we're going to have a new Monday range to work off in 33 minutes basically. 24 hours and 33 minutes will be when the new Monday range is completely formed, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, be careful here. I don't know if this is just going to be a short back into the range. The market has been so brutal and annoying where it's so hard to read how it's going to play. But yeah, if it does end up ripping and pumping, short it up here at 48 cents. Right? Short it up here at 48. Back to the Monday high, and that's a 4-to-1. Now for here, on this local price action, if you're going to do anything, if you're going to look to short it, too late for a long in my opinion. The long should have been taken from, this sweep or this sweep, because breakouts are always going to be false until proven otherwise. So I would treat this as a false breakout, which is why I'm saying look to short it. Now on this short, I would just wait for it to break this trend line, and I would look to short it on the retest of the breakdown back to the Monday low. But again, that's a confirmation entry, so you would wait for the break and then the retest to enter into that. But if it does pump, I would say to short it here at 48, like I outlined for you. All right. And DBXEN. I like R better long term, but it doesn't look more bullish than the pulse chain chart. Yeah, I haven't looked at the pulse chain chart actually, so you might be right about that, but I'm fine with saying, look, I'm in ARB right now, so I'm a little biased. I want to see it pump, so go pump my bag. Appreciate it. Psych, you know what I'm saying, man. Now monkeys. People keep on just dumping this thing. Some big sells back below 5 mil market cap. We had a 5.8 ETH sell. That was 11 grand a few hours ago, like 2 hours ago. And I think that has been the reason for the drop now below 5 mil. Now, monkeys, what happened here? I'm not going to name any names or anything like that. But a particular, crowd decided to pump it with a bunch of TikToks, and then they basically just all sold it, from my understanding. I think if that had never happened, it would be much higher right now. But you can't cry over spilt milk. Is this finished? In my opinion, no, it's not finished at all. I know that Monkey Man and the team are working super hard to for marketing and to do things with this project, but they're going for organic ways. They're not paying a bunch of TikTok shills and Twitter shills. They want to take a sustained organic approach to their marketing, and that's what they're doing. But yeah, I mean, from my perspective, the reason that this chart got so destroyed and all momentum was lost was from one particular crowd of TikTokers that caught it early and then just dumped it all while still making like bullish videos on it. Classic TikTok behavior. yeah, if it's not bottomed out now, it's close to it. Maybe it comes back down here to like where it first started at a 3 mil market cap. Of course, that would be a travesty to see. I don't want to see that happen, but at this point, it needs buyers to step in and it needs a narrative to do so. An Elon tweet would be great. I know the Monkeys team is working on a new Monkeys Twitter account. It's going to be Monkeys 24/7. It's just going to be Monkeys general content, and their goal is to be the first account added to Elon's Monkeys list. And if that happens, that's going to make this thing explode. And as far as the meme itself, Monkeys, like it's bullish. But yeah, the chart, if it's not bottom now, it's close to it. Again, an absolute tragedy to see it this low and just doing nothing down here. But I think it will make a comeback. And the time to sell is not now, right? The reason people sold it yesterday was they have shiny object syndrome. And they sold it to immediately rotate that into a new coin. I don't think this is the way to play the meme coins. If you're going to buy something and then immediately get a shiny object syndrome and go and switch it to another one, you know, your chances of success are going to be greatly diminished. Profits is a different thing, but selling your investment that hasn't turned into any profits yet, basically just exiting the position for a new one, that's what this was, these sells. People are just exiting to buy different coins, basically. I don't like that approach. It's going to greatly diminish your chances of success, and you're going to spread yourself too thin, and if you sell at a loss, you're going to chop yourself up too, so I don't recommend that approach, but yeah, I mean, close to the bottom for sure. Maybe it comes down to 3 mil. I don't want to see that happen, but it could. If people are going to continue selling down here to chase other coins. But that's just going to give you a better entry if you haven't bought this yet or you want to buy more lower. But yeah, I mean, that's Monkeys. We got Rigoberto in here. What's up, Rigoberto? Dre saying Monkey still has 100K in the marketing wallet. Yeah, for sure. And they're going to start using that very soon as well, which is going to be good to see. Let's see, DBXEN. I love Arbitrum. I love Pulse. I'm just using my day one experience on ARB and yield farming on there. I'm doing that on Pulse Chain now to accumulate as much Pulse as possible. The goal is 90% ARB, 10% Pulse. Very cool. Very, very nice. But yeah, this is Monkeys, guys. Now, some other memes that I've bought this week. One of them is Nihao. Nihao right now at a 1.2 mil market cap. Now, for all of my Discord group members, you guys were able to buy it below an 800K market cap. So you're already up like 50% on it. At least I am. I bought all of mine less than like 750K. I think this one can hit like 5 to 10 mil market cap. I'm looking for an 8 mil market cap would be like 11x for me. Right, so that's kind of my goal. 8 to 10 mil here. Be a nice little win. Be a nice little win. I put a few ETH into this, I'll tell you. Okay, so a 10x would be pretty nice. But yeah, Nihao bullish on this meme coin. I think that this one's kind of connected to a coin that I've had success with recently, which was Bobo. Bobo at 9 mil right now. I bought this at 1 mil and went to 25 mil. That's a 25x. Again, with a few ETH in it. It's a nice little win right there, right? That's why I trade the meme coins, because there's like 5-figure wins, 6-figure wins just right in front of you everywhere, while Bitcoin is doing literally nothing, right? So that's why I even touch meme coins in the first place. It's basically just the current meta. Anybody that plays video games understands the term meta. It's just like the best thing, the best items to use in the game. And the best ways to be making money in crypto right now actively is the meme coin casino. It's just the way it is. But anyways, Bobo, I don't think that Bobo is finished personally. Back below 10 mil, I mean, I sold basically all of it. I sold most of it originally from the pump from 1 mil to like 8 mil. And then I sold more over here at like 20 mil. So I'm basically all out of this, and I'm thinking about buying more again, especially down here, below 8 mil if it comes, if it gives me that. Maybe I'll buy more, maybe I won't. I don't know. But I mean, this was all. I probably shouldn't. I probably should just move on to the next one because it's already treated me so well, Bobo. So no need to force anything. And with meme coins especially, you guys have to understand, there's always going to be a new one. There's always going to be a new one coming out in a day or in 3 days or next week. You cannot get married or fall in love, become infatuated with a crypto meme coin, because it is PvP. Now, I'll use my own experience so that you guys can all learn from my mistakes, because that's a great way to learn from others' mistakes. It's actually the best way to learn. So monkeys here, I bought a ton of this stuff. Below 1 mil market cap. I started buying it at 3 mil. I bought a lot underneath 1 mil. It pumped up here to 40 mil. I was a little bit infatuated. I was a little bit drunk in love with the monkeys coin. I was a fool basically, and I didn't really sell. Now I'm over here. I'm basically the meme of the bag holder at this point. And why is that? Because it's a PvP market and somebody else took the money off the table up there. Okay? I could have taken, well over 6 figures profit. But I was a fool. All right, so learn from my mistakes. Now, you shouldn't be a cheat and sell after 2x. You should have a target in mind. But after you slam a 40x, you should take like 50K off the table if you have 6 figures profit there, right? So that's the approach that I've been taking since this happened. And I've just been taking money out of the market consistently since this has happened to me. So yeah, it sucked, but I learned from it and I moved forward and I continue to play the game. And I've had some huge wins after this happened, and now I take the money. And I've crushed it this year doing that. So use that as a lesson. Don't repeat my mistake and fall in love with something. Take your money on the way up. You're going to live a much happier and stress-free life by doing that. Don't be a sap in love with an altcoin. But yeah, Nihao, I got high hopes for it right now. I also understand it's a meme coin, and it could just fade out into nothing. I mentioned this in my video, this video here, top 5 meme coins. Snibu. This was like a 3x for us. It's already back down to our entry essentially, or near the entry, but this thing pumped 2 to 3x. I sold. I know a lot of people in my Discord sold, right? Where is he? Let's see. Yeah, our friend over here. It looks like he changed his name on Discord, but anyways, 350% on Snibu. That's a 4.5x, 350%, right? So small wins, big wins. We got them all inside of the Crypto Empire Premium Discord group. If you want to join, you know what to do. Go to cryptoempireko.io. But yeah, that's it. We got Trucker Steve just joining us now in the live chat right now. What's happening, Trucker Steve? Good to see you here in the live chat. If you're just joining right now, we're talking about the meme coin casino, and to not be a fool who is in love with a meme coin when you're up 40x. You should take the money, and you should not. Of course, you can leave 20% there for a moon bag, but don't be a dumb sap in love with a meme coin and then watch your profits disappear because some other guys just took the money because it's a PvP market. Learn from my mistakes, people. Anyway, Snibu, Another win. I mean, we've been just literally win, win, win on the win column. I did get rug pulled for the first time this week on a meme coin, and I was pissed about it. But that's just the game we play. That's like one of like well over like 10 to 15 that I got rugged on. So yeah, that sucked, but that's just part of the game, people. What do you expect? Anyways, let's look at Litecoin here. I can get carried away with my lessons, so let's bring it back to topic. So Litecoin, let's head over to the weekly price chart. Litecoin's last halving was when? It was 2019. Can we get some Litecoin halving historical dates, please? All right, August 5th of 2019. Was that last halving. And we're going to put a line there. Right, let's find August 5th. There you go. Okay, so usually what happens with the Litecoin halvings is it pumps before the halving, and then it dumps after. Okay? Now this cycle currently, does this look like much of a pump before the halving? I mean, yeah, it's up. Right, let's put some forecasts on the chart so we can track these moves. So this time it pumped 558% from the bottom over here. So you can see it, 558% from the bottom. Now, from this bottom to the top so far, it's been 180%. That's kind of lame compared to 560%, 180%. I don't think this is the pump, people. So what we need to do, Elvin with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Elvin, for the super chat, saying you jumping on this AI bot trend. I'm eyeing Enigma. Not really too phased about the new bot trend. Let's look at Enigma. I'm guessing it's this one. Yeah, bot. Let's see, market cap 1 mil. Could pump. Could for sure pump. I know a big one right now. What's that called? Is it Omnia? Yeah, it is Omnia. This one launched like yesterday. I didn't buy this, but I saw it on Twitter. But yeah, another trading bot. Look, these things are treated like any other meme coin out there. Don't fall in love with it. If you hit like a 10x, then take the money. But it's a new trend like Pepe, and there's all these other fraud coins coming in now. It's going to fade out into absolutely nothing. Maestro Telegram bot, that's the original one. They don't have a token. But yeah, if you're going to use a bot, like these are wallets. These are non-custodial wallets. Do you trust them? Right? Can they be compromised? I don't know. So I wouldn't use these bots to trade personally. These are just speculative meme coins. So I would be careful with them. And if you make a profit, then take the profit. That's my stance on the AI bot trend right now. Anyways, back to the Litecoin halving. Yeah, we've only pumped 180% this year before the halving. Usually after the halving is when we sell off very hard, such as this. Essentially go all the way back to the bottom. But Bitcoin is the only asset where it has its 4-year halving cycle just like Litecoin, but Bitcoin is different from Litecoin where after the halving, it has an explosive bull market. And also, I think that Litecoin is long overdue to catch up to something like Dogecoin and also to something like Bitcoin. So I personally believe it could happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen for sure, but I personally believe that Litecoin could have its pump after the halving this year. I would not be shocked if it did happen. If it just decides to dump and go back to $50 after the halving, that would completely shock me. I really don't think it's going to go back to like $60, $50 and stay there. If it does do that, it's probably going to be a flash crash and it's going to get bought up very quickly. And then it's going to go to hundreds of dollars. But yeah, the Litecoin halving's in 9 days now. It hasn't really pumped. It hasn't really dumped. It's just been going sideways. So I'm still very, very bullish on Litecoin. And I think it's going to be a really, really huge gainer. And it's going to shock a lot of people that just look at Litecoin as a dino coin, as vaporware, or something that's useless. They don't understand that it's actually a currency, a viable source of currency, and the only way to mine new Dogecoin is by mining Litecoin. So those two are a tandem peas in a pod. I'm very bullish on Litecoin still. And I'm excited to see how it's going to perform price-wise after the halving, which is in 9 days and 20 hours from now. All right, guys, we've been going for 55 minutes. If you have any questions to ask me right now. Now's the time to ask. If you want me to look at any altcoin, ask me right now. We're going to, while those questions come in, I'm just going to look at altcoins, and I'm going to put the EMA 200 on the daily time frame up on the chart. And let's make it hot pink so that everybody can see it. And let's make it thicker too. Thicker than a Snickers, as they say in pop culture nowadays. So yeah, this pink line is a 200 EMA, and we're on the daily time frame. So the 200 EMA in the daily time frame, for anybody that doesn't know, is a very simple yet extremely powerful indicator. Okay? Because it tells you essentially if an asset is in an uptrend, a downtrend, or a sideways trend. I think we're going to be in a huge uptrend soon. So if we're close to the 200 EMA on the daily, I think it's going to be a good time to buy. LDO here sitting literally right exactly on the 200 EMA on the daily. All right, so maybe it comes back down to 185 to 170. Those are buys, people. Those are buys, because there will be a point in time when LDO flips the 200 EMA to support, and then it goes on the bull market run. Kava, what's Kava at? Slightly below. As you see, every time it's gone above, it's deviated back under. So Kava over here, this is an example of what an uptrend looks like when it breaks out above the 200 daily EMA, right? This is 2020, before the bull run starts. It breaks out above it. And then for 3 months, it pumps like 5x, and it goes on a huge rally. So yeah, you want to be buying this stuff below the 200 EMAs with the bull market coming up. And Kava, look at this. If this doesn't look like some kind of bottom, I don't know what is. And it's just under the 200 EMA, goodbye. Most altcoins look like this. INJ, for example, is an example of what's in an uptrend. Okay, and notice how it used the 200 EMA as support over here. Well above it. I don't like buying stuff this extended above the 200 EMA. You want to buy it at or below. One coin I've mentioned quite a bit, Filecoin, another one below. Right? File comes back to $4, I'm buying it. But another one below the 200 daily EMA, great buy. I have Filecoin going to $50 easy from here, which is like a well over a 10x. FET, same thing, just under the 200 EMA in the daily. So many examples. Ethereum Classic, same thing. Ethereum Classic's going to melt some faces. Again, underneath the 200 EMA on the daily. Look at what happens in a bull market when it actually pumps. Right? Last time Ethereum Classic actually broke out above the 200 EMA on the daily was 2020. Look at what happened there. It went from... you guys can't even see that, sorry. It went from $6 to $180. Right, so we got some good times ahead of us, people. We really do. Now is the time to be a buyer, right? Not when it's already extended well above the 200 daily EMA. when it's below it or right on it, look at this Ethereum Classic chart. This thing is going to rip city. Don't fade it. Anyway, let me catch up with this chat right now. We got Trade Ranger. What up, Trade Ranger? And everybody asking for Rocket Pool. Let's look at RPL. Okay, so Rocket Pool, 200 EMA just started back over here in April. But anyways, notice how with the big LSD pump, liquid staking derivatives pump earlier in the year, huge run, double top. This is the beautiful double top. And this was basically your neckline. So maybe it's got some more drop-in to do. Dang, did I just delete that off my chart? 1 second. I hit the X by accident. Apologies, friends. There we go. Cool. So, yeah, it's in a downtrend now, and it just broke the neckline of this M double top. So it's not looking great from the technical perspective. Now, there is the chance, and a pretty good chance at that this is actually the amazing, perfect time to buy it, because this is just a deviation. It already looks like a deviation from this level here, from this support level at 31.50. Okay? For anybody that doesn't know, a deviation is when you drop below a support or resistance level and then you reclaim it. You deviate back to the median. Right? Deviate back into the range. It kind of looks like that right now, and just to confirm my suspicions, we're going to pull a fib. And it's not exactly at a level. What about right from here? Close to the 78.6. So it already hit the 78.6 exactly. Maybe this is the bottom and just a deviation. It depends how this week starts in the market. If we sell off this week, this is going to come lower to $27 to $25. Right? This is your next buy level. But yeah, as of right now, treat it as the weekend deviation. It could be the time to buy this thing and ride it back up. If you want to long it from here, stop below the lows, you're risking around 6-7%. Target these highs, it's 25%. That's a 3.7 to 1. That's a good trade. Manny says back to 24. Yeah, I mean, I said 25, but yeah, close enough, Manny. That would make sense to me, especially if the market sells off altogether. What is this saying? Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Starting to get some green dots forming here. It looks like it's going to pump on the lower time frames. Could be a deviation. Could vary. Yeah, I think it's a deviation personally, looking at this. Ascending triangle, wedge it back over support. It's a tough one to call. Tough one to call, Manny. I mean, this 12-hour candle is certainly looking like a deviation right now. If it's not, and it comes to 25, you buy it there. ATOR being shilled by everybody on crypto Twitter. So if you're bullish on this, what do you want to do? You want to watch this. And the fact that it's already breaking down from it, not great. But you can see this is getting bought up. Now this has the advantage of being shilled by like everybody on crypto Twitter. So the dips are going to get bought on stuff like this. You have a bunch of people with shiny object syndrome. You know, they open up their Twitter account. Oh my God, this guy said this is a good coin. I need to buy it now. And it could work out, but you know, you're buying an asset that's pumped 200% in the past few months. I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about. I don't even know what this thing is personally. I haven't looked into it. Been too busy making money on the memes and my scalp trades. But yeah, sweeps of these levels here. You have the previous range high here, like so. And for the fib, right at the golden pocket. So good chance that this ends up being the bottom. If it comes back inside of this flag, you want to see a breakout to the upside. I could see that happening from the way that this chart looks. Looks pretty good. Ian says, hey Connor, can you please have a look at DOT? Appreciate everything you do. For sure, Ian. So DOT is in the buy zone. This chart is, I gotta clean this up. This is ridiculous. Yes, get the heck out of here. This is too much for me. Annoying lines. Get the heck out of here. What's going on? Anyways. Yeah, it's still holding the uptrend. This is this is an interesting position for Polkadot here. Now I understand that $5 is the bottom zone. Yearly open over here at $4.30. Absolutely ridiculous. Low price. So this is the bottom zone. I think buying DOT down here is going to give you a 10x minimum, right? With DOT going back up to $50 to $60. I think that's very, very, very attainable in the bull market. But in terms of the local price action here, this is obviously an area of supply from 550 to 580. Okay, so we'll see if this turns out being a head and shoulders, and then the neckline would be this horizontal trend line, and it would break. And you want to see if it does happen, what it breaks down to. If it just comes to the previous week low and starts to consolidate, then I would say with a lot of confidence that would be the bottom. And this is exactly at $5 as well, by the way. And price loves the psychological round numbers. So if we do get the breakdown, and everybody thinks it's coming back down here to 433, and 5 is holding strong, this is probably going to be the bottom. And then you'll see it reclaim and then just start to pump. So yeah, be a little bit careful about that on DOT. Just sideways, no trend. But yeah, if you buy spot now, you're going to get like a 10x minimum, I think, in the bull market. Pepe and Pulse Chain. Let's look at that. Pulse. Pepe. I'm going to assume it's the one with the 72 rating. And if it is this one, I mean, look, this is a meme coin. Market cap, not 20 million. I wouldn't buy this thing personally. I don't know about this. But if you do want to buy it, notice it's holding the previous range high here. Right, holding this previous range high. But yeah, I wouldn't touch this thing with a 12-foot rod. But that's just me. But anyways, it's 8 p.m. here. I'm going to wrap up this live stream. We've been going for an hour and 10 minutes. I hope everybody enjoyed the live stream, got something out of it, found it useful, learned something new, learned from my mistakes, got something of value from the stream. I assume that's why you all come back here and watch me every single week, or maybe you just find me entertaining. I don't know, but I appreciate all of your support as always. Thank you for being here. My name's Connor from Crypto Empire. You know what to do. If you're new here, smash the subscribe button down below. If you haven't liked the stream already, hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you want to join my Discord and know exactly what I am up to all the time, join the Crypto Empire Premium Discord group. If you want to know where I trade altcoins, I trade on Bitget or BingX. Link to Bitget is down in the description below. Bitget's going to give you more bonuses when you sign up. And other than that, hope you enjoy the live stream. I'm starving right now. I'm going to go eat some food and then get ready for the week ahead, big week ahead. And I'll see you all in the next video.